Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the debate on Goku kissing Chi-Chi, and this is something that we found out last week officially in the English dub, and I talked about it in my review. But I didn't really get in depth into it, and I really didn't want to really get into because me and Richard could have probably debated for that like for 5 hours, honestly. If I'm being honest with you, but I wanted to talk about it because there is a lot of gray areas in here, and I wanted to talk more about the plot holes because there was some stuff I didn't mention in the review that I didn't want to mention for argument's sakes, but I wanted to mention it now and kind of explain different things that, you know, kind of does suggest that Goku did, in fact, kiss Chi-Chi. And no, I'm not just talking about Chi-Chi kissing Goku, which you can see right now in this picture that I'm showing you. I want to talk about actually Goku possibly kissing Chi-Chi. To the fact that I feel the way the English dub proceeded was that Goku didn't know what, you know, a kiss was, which is actually plausible for Goku because Goku didn't know what a bath was. Remember, Bulma had to teach him, you know, how to take a bath, and also Goku didn't know what marriage was. Goku thought marriage was food. Remember, guys? People seem to forget that. So it's not that unrealistic for someone like Goku to not know what a kiss is. It isn't. So, with that being said, I'm going to bring in various things that is going to show why Goku has kissed Chi-Chi. Now, we're going to go back to episode 147, which was of Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry. Episode 147 of Dragon Ball Z. And we are going to bring up this scene. And I'm going to show you this. And you guys can take a look for yourself. Here you go.
Well, see ya. I'll miss you, Chi-Chi.
I'll miss you too.
Now, you're probably thinking right now, after you see that clip, but you're probably thinking, well, SS Ultimate Goku, Geekdom 101 already explained this, that was a dub change. Well, actually, he made another video actually explaining that this actually is more plausible. Because I'm going to actually link that in the description so you can watch the full video, but I will show a couple of clips on this video so you guys can actually hear it from Geekdom 101 himself because, you know, just to kind of further clarify this. But some also people might say SS Ultimate Goku, that's filler. It isn't. Because this right here is the Daijenshu, which actually calls this scene out for what it was, implying that this actually was a part of the canon. So now that we have this up and I show you this, you know, the Daijenshu, which again, you know, it's right there. So this wasn't a filler scene. But not only that, but I want to actually, like I said earlier, I want to show you some things that Geekdom 101 said in this second video that he made, which I'll put the link in the description box for it because I guess some people haven't watched it. I was linked to the first video that he made, but then when I watched the first video, I actually got in the suggestion box about a second video that Geekdom 101 had made, and he actually updated his information. And so now I'm going to show you this.
Japanese version also has a kissing sound. Now, I rewatched this clip several times, and the sound that I hear is more so what I felt was Goku putting his hand on Chi-Chi's side or on her back, and they're hugging each other. That's sincerely what I felt at the time. And really look at this from another perspective. So right there, I did not hear a kissing noise, but many others did.
So as you can see, Geekdom 101 actually admits from new information that he was given that people did hear a kissing sound even in the Japanese version. And he even shows that there is a possibility that there was a sound. Now, yes, the English dub made it louder. They made the sound effect louder, but they do show in the Japanese a sound effect. It's not as loud as the English version. The English version made it louder, so it would make it more apparent. But the Japanese version still did have that sound effect in it. As you could hear, now Geekdom does say that he doesn't hear it. From hearing it myself, I actually do hear it. It's not as subtle and obvious as the English versions, but it is there. It does exist. So it's not just complete exaggeration. So, what does that mean? Well, it means really that I feel like the English dialogue for Super was actually more accurate now, because, you know, they implied that Goku doesn't know what a kiss is. And you know what? Based on him not knowing what a marriage originally was and not knowing what a bath was, I actually think the English guys sort of got this right. That did this, because, you know, it's heavily implied that he did kiss. Now, this is kind of just a little tidbit, but there is an official Goku and Chi-Chi toy licensed figurine of them kissing or about to kiss. Now, some people were like, well, this is just, you know, a figurine or whatever, but it was licensed. So that implies that this was a legitimate item, not just some bootleg type thing. So you're probably already wondering, well, what does this all mean? Well, it means what it kind of depicts is that this is, in fact, a plot hole. Goku did, in fact, kiss Chi-Chi. But of course, I guess they retconned it. I mean, let's face it, they did retcon Future Trunks' purple hair to blue hair. So, this is either an employed retcon or this is just a plot hole in itself. But I do believe this is just a plot hole, because I just think this was just a case of not blindly ignoring, you know, like they did with Trunks, Future Trunks, where they decided to have him have blue hair instead of purple hair. But I think this was more of Akira Toriyama just forgetting that Goku did, in fact, kiss Chi-Chi, and he highly implied that they did. And that's what I think this is the case of. I think the English dub did a really good job of, you know, basically just trying to imply that Goku forgot, because, I mean, he's forgotten a lot of things before, so it's hard to believe that he forgot something here. But there's also one more thing I want to bring up that Geekdom talked about, and that is what I brought up earlier, and that was the Daizenshu, which I'm going to show the clip from Geekdom 101 himself, which also, again, if you want to watch the full video, link in the description box. But I want to show this too, to show people, you know, what it actually is, you know, not just coming from me, but it's also, you know, this is coming straight from Geekdom 101. So here we go. Let's play this clip.
And in the English dub, they made the kissing noise a little bit more, I guess, louder. It sounds differently, and that's what brought on some confusion. They suggest that there actually was a kiss. An image popped up from the pages of Dragon Ball Guidebook Daizenshu number 5 that was translated as stating that Goku, recovering from the heart virus, Chi-Chi was relieved, and he gives her a kiss. Now, this is in Daizenshu 5.
So, like what he said is basically, you know, the English dub, you know, made it a little louder, you know, to really kind of highly imply that it was a kiss, because they didn't want you The animators that animated this, they didn't want you to know that it was a kiss. They didn't want you to know it was a kiss, but they wanted to kind of give hints at it. However, in the English dub, what they decided to do was they decided to make the sound louder so it would make it more obvious that Goku kissed Chi-Chi. That's why they did this in the English dub. Now, this was a subtle change because they're making it louder so that you 110% know that, yes, Goku kissed Chi-Chi. However, in the Japanese version, they had it low-key because they didn't want you to necessarily know that Goku kissed Chi-Chi, but they wanted you to think that because of the way everything was animated. Now, like I said, Funimation, they didn't 100% change this because the animation was the same. They didn't change the animation. All they did was just do a subtle sound effect and made it louder. Or they altered the sound effect and made it louder so it was more obvious. But that was it. And like I said, and like Geekdom had said, is that the Daizenshu implies that this in fact was a kiss. So what does this all mean? Well, what does it mean is that I feel like either A, Goku just doesn't know what a kiss is, B, it is an extremely it's an extreme plot hole because like I said, I don't feel that this is a retcon because I don't feel that this whole scene was something that they blindly tried to ignore from Dragon Ball Z, like they did with Future Trunks, hair color. So I don't feel that this was a retcon. I feel that this was more of a plot hole. I feel this was more of a case that Akira Toriyama may have forgotten about this, or they just forgot about it entirely. The animators may have forgotten about it and didn't tell Akira Toriyama about this. I don't know. But regardless, Goku did... The question being, I'm going to put this out here. Did Goku kiss Chi-Chi? And the answer is yes, he did. But officially, no. Because of what was said. Unless something comes up later on, unfortunately, no. But in the English dub, they kind of spread more light and say that it could just possibly be because Goku forgot. Or not forgot, doesn't know what a kiss is, which to me I think would be the better bet in all counts anyways, that he just doesn't know what a kiss is. But with that being said, I do believe that Goku, with all the evidence that's presented, I do believe that Goku did in fact kiss Chi-Chi because there's so much evidence that proves Goku has kissed Chi-Chi. Even though they never officially showed it. And because of that, that's really all I can say about this. This is up to depiction, and did you guys hear the sound effect in the Japanese version? Because, Geekdom doesn't hear it. He even says this. But other people do. And I actually do, actually watching his clip that he shows for, a couple of times. I've probably watched it now 25 times today alone since I watched this video to try and try to debate if that was a legitimate sound effect or not. But I believe that Goku did kiss Chi-Chi now with the evidence. I didn't want to bring, like I said, I didn't want to bring up this scene in the review because, well, like I said, with the Japanese and the English, it's kind of a double-edged sword here. But now having more enlightenment evidence here from even Geekdom 101 himself, it kind of sheds new light about this actually being a plot hole and just simply Akira Toriyama forgetting about this. And that's really all I have to say, really. I mean, there's nothing really else left that I can present. So it's really up for interpretation whether you believe this or not. Is entirely up to you at this point. But that's what I have to say. Again, I'll put the full video, his full second video, in the description. I think I'll put his first video in the description as well, but I mainly want people to watch the second video because the second video gives more inside information about this situation that I think a lot of people are unaware of. Now, the video's been up for a long time now. Of course, it's not coming to my eyes until, right now because I only follow the English dub. I don't watch the Japanese version. That's for all animes, not just Dragon Ball Super. So, yeah. That's about it, guys. Comment, rate. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe and let me know what you guys think. Do you think Goku did kiss Chi-Chi or do you not? What do you guys think about this? My conclusion is yes, Goku did kiss Chi-Chi, but unfortunately, for some reason, they decided in Super to make Goku stupid and not remember it in the Japanese version, and then in the English version, they kind of smarted it and made Goku just not know what a kiss is, which actually is realistic to Goku's character of not knowing what a bath is and not knowing what marriage is at first. So that is about it, guys. I am out of here. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.